very tricky, but that's where the deepest growth and challenge happens, and that's what I've been doing for quite a long time now. It's just sacred being in a sacred relationship, you know. It's a spiritual event, a very spiritual event. It's like it's like your soulmate, or a deep, powerful spiritual contract. Anything that's very transformative in your life, that's a soul contract right there. With your higher self, it could be even just a big accident. It doesn't even have to necessarily relate to a human being. But yeah, so honor your journey, honor other people's journey with the biggest, utmost respect in your heart for everybody, including differences of opinions. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay to be different of opinion. We don't have to fight over that. We can be in our hearts and yeah, recognize common ground just as being a soul, divine soul, and honor other people's divine physical journey. Know that people will wake up when they're meant to wake up. That's part of their soul or higher self agreement with themselves. You can't force someone else. Love is much more of a gentle way than force or fight, you know. Love isn't lashing or fight or flight. That's not love. Love is to build, nurture, protect, and save those you love. So that's why I'm vegan, you know, because it falls within the realm and the code of conduct of me being loving and peaceful. I want to be peace and bring peace and love. And by being peace and love to my loved ones, my family, everyone, everything, the beautiful cats, the trees, the insects, I don't like to like chop them. I just try and leave as little impact and negative trace in the world as much as possible. And I'm learning and trying to be more environmentally friendly, such as helping deforestation by using more recycled bathroom paper or kitchen rolls or toilet paper, or even just some people have a hose or water, or else you can use like renewable bamboo, which is like a brilliant fast growing tree and forest alternative, you know, forest deforestation alternative. So there's loads of ways. Nobody's perfect, so we're here to help each other and work as a team, my friends. We're not here to judge each other. So I'd highly recommend looking at the quotation I'll leave at the end of this video, maybe at the beginning of this video. But you can't judge another person until you've walked a full lifetime in their shoes. Experience their joys, sorrows, losses, happiness, everything. And so if someone like, I felt a bit hurt or triggered by someone lately, and I was like, I thought they weren't as nice to me as I really would have thought they would have. I thought they were more like my friend, and they didn't do anything friendly or nice to me when I was like felt hurt and upset. But then I thought, you know what? They're in a way sick or wounded or unwell. They obviously have a reason through their whole life's experiences to not to give to me what I wanted. They did their best. They could do what they could do. Yeah. So yeah, they did their best based on their entire life's journey, their whole path. Now they're very good in other ways, and I like and honor and respect this person in many other ways. I was disappointed because I felt they didn't act the way I would have acted, or some of my other friends would have acted. Whereas it's not about like where they don't take sides. I felt they took sides and just ignored me. I was like hurt. I felt hurt and upset. It was like I was sort of in a position, but then I remembered about the non-judgment, non-resistance, and non-attachment. I thought, okay, I don't want to be attached to needing them to be this way with me. I don't want to judge them because I don't know where they're coming from. They obviously have a reason for where they're coming from. Everything they've experienced in their whole life has brought them to here, and it makes sense why they acted this way. I don't know what it is, but it makes sense, and I don't want to be judging them, saying that they should have been different. They shouldn't have. I guess that's the way they were at the time for a reason. And then, of course, non-resistance. I wanted to like let go of the resistance and the feeling of like annoyance or tension or hurt, like resisting, like fuck them, like why are they like that for? You know, there's resistance. So I let go and let go with the flow a little bit. Because when something comes to us in life, we resist it. It's like, but if we don't resist, kind of, we just let it go, flow through us, and go out the other side, and we aren't hit by it. So it was a little bit of a process. I'm just sharing with you my own some of my processes and some of my tricks that I've learned, the best ones over all of these years in intense situations and even relationships. So I truly hope it helps from the bottom of my heart. I hope you share this video. Hope you give it a like. You're very welcome, and I'd love it if you wanted to subscribe. You're very welcome, and hit the bell button if you do. But yeah, I love and appreciate your support, good energy, your comments, anything like that. I'd highly recommend and encourage you to share this with anyone else who you'd feel is in the process of healing from trauma and programming, and someone who's like has a lot of hurt and wounds and pain inside of their heart, and wants help or like needs clarification on how to deal with their own special needs or trauma and triggers and highly intense emotions and overall suffering in life, their pain body or ego, as you could call it, or living with someone else who's very triggered. There's a lot of conflict and fighting and just don't know what to do. It's so tricky, like I said, to try and find a solution or an answer to resolving relationship conflict. And it's not just relationships, it could be with anyone, any human being in life. Yeah, like in a way it hurts my heart to see the hurt and pain, but it enlivens my spirit to know I have something to share that can help. It's like, whoa, there's hope, there's optimism here, we can be optimistic here instead of pessimistic. We're not defeated, but we're empowered. There's like options, there's chances, there's choices, there's options here and opportunity to make things like better, you know. For me, for all of us, and because we're all interconnected spiritually and energetically and physically on this earth and universe, what you do to another, you do to yourself, and what you do to yourself, you do to another. Be it in a small way or a bigger way. Be it meditating in a mountain, or just like living in your own in a forest or something like that, or in a sacred relationship or a role in society where you're constantly being a light and a source of inspiration. You're being a way changer, a way shower. You're illuminating the way of how you can be. So you're leading by example, and you're leading by your energy first, followed by you're very carefully selected. This is how I've become much more, and I'm by no means perfect or a finished article by a long shot, but I've become much more overall methodical and careful in my responses and reactions to people who are emotional or upset or acting in a way that in the past I would have judged them and definitely resisted them and had conflict with them. So I'm usually slower and much more methodical. I want to bring peace by being peace and by being love. I want to help make love, like so to speak. I want to forge loving connections in the universe, on the earth, in the universe, in my life. That's powerful. That's so powerful. So even if you're not a politician, which so many of them are corrupt, but so many of them are good too. Like, I want to emphasize that there's a lot of light workers and in power, in institutional type of power. There's a lot of good people out there. The light is winning. We've won. The light's won and winning in this whole 2020 like situation, the global situation. Okay, 100%. But the point is, even if you're not like a public figure, you can exert powerful, massive change in the world by affecting those around you immediately, and then that's an enormous ripple effect, like spiderweb. You're like Spider-Man. You're sending out massive ripples. And then everyone in the entire universe like gets, the wind blows and all the spider webs connect and all wobbles. So you affect everyone out there all the way across in different galaxies. You really do. It's crazy. It's almost like hard to imagine, but you really do. But it's easier to do it on Earth, and you do it in society. Then society affects other people all over the place. Everyone affects each other, like literally, practically, and physically. That's not even talking about metaphysically and energetically. So in energetically and global consciousness, it's like rapid. But on the practical, physical, like visible way, it's even like very easy to grasp it. Because let's say I go meet my mum today, and let's say I get an argument that she's upset, sad, depressed, and angry. Then she affects other people. Then they go home and affect other people. They go home and affect other people. But imagine it bring joy, happiness, peace, laughter, fun, encouragement, nurture, delicateness, gentleness, tenderness, love, compassion, peace, upliftment, like feeding, good energy, presence, gifts, praise, support, encouragement, like lovely words, like acts of service, like a million beautiful things, anything like that. Then she's like overjoyed and filled up, fulfilled, and then she goes out there and she interacts with people and she says hello, she smiles, she's like more forgiving, she's more generous. Suddenly, then the next person affects the next person and so on. So suddenly it's a society, and then the whole world. Ta-da! Lots of love, thank you.